Well, hey everybody, it's Brian back with you again, and we are continuing on with movies that have themes that don't sound like horror. And I actually was showing this film earlier, I guess, in the month, and I mixed it back in because I needed to test it still because I haven't watched it in quite a while. And so I don't know where it is right now, otherwise I'd have it here and I would show it to you. But that was Cannibal Holocaust, which is probably one of the more disturbing films in my collection. And am going to be talking about disturbing films. Eventually I want to go over some of the most disturbing films in my collection, but I want to find them first before I do that because I want to show you the covers and stuff. But anyway, Cannibal Holocaust is a cannibal movie, of course, from I think it was 1980. I want to say 1980 from Italy, obviously. The movie was at the time and still is highly regarded as one of the most disturbing films because there is effects in this movie that are absolutely, I mean, so realistic that the director and the cast were actually brought into court to prove that the cast was still alive because they had gotten a lot of complaints about the film that they thought it was a snuff. It turned out it was actually just really good effects. And believe it or not, the effects were so well done. But when you go into the making of, and they show you how the effects were done, it's just like, duh, you know, I mean, just simple crap that anybody could pull off. But they managed to really make it look good, you know. So, I mean, micro budget effects that were made to look like $1 million, you know, quite honestly. But, and this movie is dealing with a group of people, and believe it or not, it's one of the very first found footage movies ever, even before Blair Witch and all of that. And what this is about a group of people who are basically studying a tribe in the Amazon jungle. And they go out to film this tribe, and they end up really disrespecting the tribe and treating them like shit, and it turns into a real mess. The tribe gets revenge on the people, on these, you know, these people that are studying the tribe, they're basically documentary filmmakers. And anyway, everything that happened to them and so on was filmed. And then, you know, they're investigating these missing people who are now missing in the Amazon. And the investigators watch the film, and that's what you're seeing. You're seeing the found footage, you know, material from these people, including the deaths and stuff. And there is animal slaughter in the movie, which is actually real animal slaughter. And I know I've talked about this before, but and that's usually you know, the portion of the film that gets the most attention when you talk about Cannibal Holocaust is the animal stuff, and people hated that. And there was some pretty rough, and I mean some really rough stuff in that. But anyway, that's not the reason why we're talking about this film. We're talking about the music of the film. The soundtrack sounds like Happy Days. I mean, literally. Well, I mean, it doesn't, but it's not scary music. Some of it is in the middle and so on, but the beginning and the soundtrack itself, which the film, you know, God, I wish I knew where that was. I was just looking at it. But I've got everything mixed up in here. This is the last closet, like I was saying, that I'm filling up, and I brought everything in here that's all mixed up right now, and I'm getting everything together. But so I'm still got stuff that's missing. Is that it? No, that's not it. Yeah. That's what happens when you have a huge collection, you know, but see, that's what I'm doing. I'm organizing everything so I know where it is. You know, I'm even putting guides up on the top up here so I know where all the films are located, so I can just look at the guide, you know, on a piece of paper that's up here. And, you know, eventually I wouldn't mind having an app or something to where I can actually can actually catalog everything. But I mean, that would just take forever. I mean, literally, I don't even think I'd live long enough to do that. But at any rate, the music is crazy funny. It just doesn't sound like horror music to me. And like The Howling, which we looked at earlier, it's just, you know, it's happy music, you know. And that's the funny part. That's the fun part of it, is the fact that it's music that just doesn't go with this thing. Anyway, let's go to the... I can't do the trailer. The trailer has been completely banned from YouTube and from me posting it anywhere. So I might be able to get away with it on Coco Fun. I'm not really sure, but I doubt it. I don't know. Be worth a shot. But I am going to play the music for you. So let's hear the music. This happy music from Cannibal Holocaust. And I've got to get out of here, because when you're in here too long, because this closet is sealed. When you shut the door, it is sealed, so there's no oxygen in here. So when you come in here, you spend more than a half an hour in here. I could keep the door open if I wanted to, but it creates a lot of light in here, and it causes glare and everything. Not only that, I got my cats. They'd be in here jumping all over everything, and I don't want that. So anyway, I've got to get out of here. After a while, you do literally feel like you've been locked in a vault. Seriously. You start getting heavy-chested after a while, and it feels like a... But that's the way you want it. You want your films to be, you know, sealed up and in a space. And that's one of the reasons I chose this condominium, is because it has great shelving and everything for all my movies, and all the closets are like that. So, all right, guys, let's watch or listen to the music to this. Okay, we'll see you in a bit.